Welcome back to Rimworld, and as I said last episode, I did want to skip forward a little bit of time just so that we could get all of the building and all of the crop growing done. Oh, there's the music, right? I'm sorry, I've tried recording this twice before, there's no music, but it's just decided to kick in. So, that is exactly what's happened. I haven't done anything else besides just wait for these crops to grow so that we can actually finish off the building. It's still not finished, which is the worst part, even all this time I've spent now. It's not quite done, but we do have several rooms there finally set up after all this time. I got some paths in as well, and I just paved over this and sorted the stockpiles. It did take quite some time, but our final bamboo harvest, or the final parts of the bamboo of the original harvest, have just been collected there, so thankfully, we've got some buildings done. Now, we still have the same issue in that food is a little bit of a concern. We've got too many animals, so I'm going to sell off some of these crate dragons. I think keeping just like a breeding pair, or one male and a few females, is fine, and then selling off everything else when we get the opportunity to is fine. We do have quite frequent farming traders, which is quite nice. And then, of course, we've got the mining co ships as well, where we can get raw resources from. So, what are we looking at right now, then? Current goal is to get the deep core miner. Because as someone pointed out last episode, or it might have been the episode before, I don't remember, it's not very Star Wars-y to have buildings made of wood, and I do agree with that thoroughly. I think it's time we went a bit more Star Wars-y with this, so I'm thinking plasteel everything, because that's, you know, the sort of, I guess polymer is the right word. That's the correct alloy or polymer that's sort of quite frequent in the Star Wars universe. If you've ever played, like, KOTOR, it's always referred to as plasteel this, plasteel that. So not only is it a Rimworld native thing, but it's a thing in Star Wars as well, so it would make sense building. And of course, like, Stormtrooper armor as well in the Star Wars universe is made of plasteel. So it does kind of work. It's thematically fitting. Now, while we're on the subject of plasteel, unfortunately, we still don't quite have enough to make the core drill, I think. I didn't want this to be built off camera, so I've forbidden it, but we've only got 70 there. How much more do we need? We need another 96 plasteel. But in terms of resources, we're doing really well. Look at how much... Oh my god, we planted way too much bamboo. Yeah, okay, we can scrap this now, because it was just to get these buildings done. Now that we've done that, we really do not need this. So I'm going to get rid of this whole field, just because it also looks really, really out of place. Like, I want this to be a landing pad, and I've also installed some other spaceship-based mods to try and make it feel a bit more Star Wars-y. So we can hopefully have a look at those this episode, unless there's research associated with it, which one we'll have to do some research first, but we can still hopefully try and get that done. Right, let's get all of these gone, because, again, they're just, like, hideously ugly and really don't fit in at all. This is a spaceship. This is a spaceship-only server, thank you. Right, okay, what else do we want to do? Probably want to cut crops as well, otherwise we're still going to have a bamboo field right next to our landing pads. Right, there we go, that should solve that problem. Now, getting everybody outfitted, I think, should start creeping up our list of priorities a little bit, because right now everybody's just wearing, you know, whatever they've got lying around, really. Devil Strand clothing would help out a lot to obviously help counteract some of these ridiculous summer months. I mean, right now, what is it? Jugust, which is July, August, 42 degrees outside. There was a very brief heat wave whilst I was waiting for these crops to grow, and it got to like 60 degrees outside, so I had to install some coolers into the animal shelter because they were genuinely all dying of, I think we lost like a lot of chicks to heat stroke. Like, it's ridiculous. So, fingers crossed. Have we still got, wait, chicks? No, we actually do have chicks. Hang on. I thought I sold all the goddamn chickens, or at least butchered them. I guess some must have missed the butchering. Let's go to the animals tab and actually just finish them off here. Yeah, sorry, Cockerel, but you are gone, my friend. What else we got? We could kill the crate dragons, but they're so valuable. They're worth like 2,200 silver, not fully grown. So, selling them off will make way more sense. So this was cool. This mod was, I've actually never seen before, I'll admit, was linked to me on Discord, and it's almost like an upgraded transport pod. It's a reusable cargo pod. Pod isn't really the right word. It is more of a spaceship, essentially, because you obviously land resources and people in it across long distances in it. And again, it's reusable. So we're going to try and get those just because I have a feeling that'll be helpful for, say, for example, and also something I need to point out as well on the world map. But say, for example, we want to go and head over to here, but Prisoner Kopesh Pyra. I have no idea who that is. Anyway, if we wanted to go there, or say we want to go somewhere a bit more long distance, because that makes more sense, but we didn't want to take shit tons of food with us, or say we wanted to go to, I don't know, somewhere to sell some things, but we don't have the right caravan resources, we can send one person over there, then launch a cargo pod with, you know, supplies for them, food for them, and more importantly, the things we actually want to sell. So it is a very cool little thing, but it would allow us to set up multiple colonies if we felt like it, more importantly. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out, and this was on the message log, so let me see if I can dig it up here, because it happened quite a while ago. Let's see, where is it? Bandit Outpost upgraded, that was it, so it actually wasn't that long ago. This is cool. I didn't know this is something that could happen. I don't think it's in base game Rimworld. Pirates from the Bomb Traps have upgraded an outpost to a base. So, you might remember, a very long time ago, we got told that the Bomb Trouts had set up a new outpost. Are these who are the Bomb Trouts again? Must be these boys. Yeah, there we go. Mugger Village. So, these ones here, apparently, these boys can just straight up upgrade them. And they have done. Look at that. So they set up this outpost here, and then have since upgraded Muggo Village, which is a horrible name for a nearby neighboring settlement, to a full-on outpost, which I think is awesome. It's such a cool little dynamic that they will spread out and try and, you know, conquer the planet, essentially. So I think we need to deal with the bomb trouts more quickly than any other faction. Deal with the bomb trouts. Wiping out the Android Uprising should also be a top priority. Now, they've only got 2 settlements, so that's not too difficult. After that, I think kicking out the non-natives would be a pretty good idea. So getting rid of the Rebel Alliance and the Empire should also be probably on the list of things to do. Well, that's really annoying. Cargo pod crashed straight through Mitsuya's house and crushed their bed. It's a good job they want to sleep on that, but what was it? Was it... Oh, Synthread. Hey, that's pretty good. That's quite a nice gift to get. Can't complain about that too much, seeing as all we've got to do is, like, fix their bed back up and repair their roof. Man, that would have been so fun if they were in bed and that thing came crashing through. I mean, obviously not, because they'd have probably died, but would have been pretty great. How much more... Still 306. So I think it's just a case of sticking everyone in this quarry, right? Just until we get very little more plasteel. Could we maybe call the mining company up? That could work. Request air support. No, we need to request cargo supply. So it's 1,500 silver, which apparently we don't have, and I kind of believe it as well. No, we have like 6,800. Okay. Why can't we... Oh, because we don't have an orbital beacon, you fool. I took the old orbital beacon out, or more specifically, I moved the stockpile and forgot to move the orbital beacon. Alright, so we can put that one there fairly safely. Let's build a copy and also try and sell all of this crap as well, because we've got way too much. And I'm trying to split it up into more relevant piles. So this is weapons, apparel, and this is raw resources and apparently furniture and manufactured. But again, we'll split it up the more as we go. Now, one issue, and I did bring this up a couple of episodes ago, is building where we've built is that all the ground is friggin' marshy soil, so we can't build on it. Now, I have got 3 moisture pumps down to try and speed this up as soon as possible. We could build a moisture pump on every single slot if I was feeling crazy, but 3 is already quite a lot. We don't need that, but otherwise it takes so long. 2.7 days just to remove what is essentially, I believe the first radius is 4, isn't it? Or specifically 1 in each cardinal direction around the moisture pump. So that would only remove 4 slots of soil, essentially, around here. Kind of annoying. So it's going to take ages to remove this and obviously make this a more usable workroom, which is why I haven't moved any of this crap either for now. But we can rearrange this a little bit, I think. So how would I do that? Let's think. So we obviously want to make the workbenches centralized, which is the big weakness of this place right now. Let's mess around with it. So let's uninstall whatever we can uninstall. First things first, because we're not using any of them. A lot of them powered off because if we have everything turned on, we just don't have the electricity for it. I've also turned off the research benches and everything right now. Right, so let's uninstall everything and then reinstall it in a more convenient place and try and get, because, you know, we want the bonuses from all of these cabinets because the combined bonus is actually pretty significant. I have no idea what fucking mod opens these menus automatically, but that actually drives me a little bit insane. I'm not sure, like, sometimes it's really convenient, because sometimes I think, okay, I need some more components, we just click it and it opens up. But for times like these, oh my god, this is ridiculous. So apparently you can be 5 blocks away from the workbench before they can no longer affect the... Oh, hang on, that one doesn't affect them anyway. Okay, right, that's confusing. Let's try the bonus. There we go. Okay, so it should be 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if I go another one, there we go. Okay, so it's 7 blocks away from the actual workstations before they no longer function. Now, moving this roof support somewhere more convenient wouldn't go amiss either. We could put it like... Put one there. Put one here. It's not ideal, but it'll look kind of hideous. Put one there and there, and then we can get rid of this one. And then this one as well. Oh, man, is the roof really not supported by that, huh? That kind of sucks. This whole area is just not convenient for building in. My concern is that we can't move the... Oh, we could. I was going to say we can't move the fabrication bench because we'll need more advanced components. But as long as we keep those in... I'm going to disallow those so we make sure that those are being spent on a new fabrication bench. Otherwise, we're going to be really, really set back without one of these. Right, so let's install these a bit more central. So we actually don't need to put that one there. So that, I think, is probably the best layout, right? We've got the scientist cabinet there, which can affect the research benches, which will make it a bit more centralized as well. Or you know what we could do? Put the research benches down this area of the base. Nah, it's a shame that you can't reinstall these either. That sucks. Yeah, if we put those... How far until those stop affecting it? So here, roughly. So we could put one there. Will it affect this one here? Absolutely not. Right, so cancel that one. Let's put this one here. Right, so it can still affect it there. And then put it there as well. Saying that, we've already got another scientist cabinet, so I don't have to worry about this one too much. Yeah, I mean, the research benches will wait till later. Okay, so first things first then. I do want 2 fabrication benches. So I think the best plan for that would be... would be to get rid of the research benches first. And then, yeah, okay, let's do that one. To get rid of you, cancel that one. Uninstall the multi-analyzers. Going for a full base rebuild here. So there we go. Get rid of those. Get rid of the chairs as well, because those are right in the way right there. And we'll build those out of bamboo or something that gives a beauty bonus instead of having, you know, just crappy old wooden ones. That can go as well. Sorry, but we're doing a big rebuild here. I might even move Krup's bedroom. Unowned, unowned, unowned. Yeah, we could. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unowned beds. So let's get rid of Krup's bedroom. And that way it's going to open this area. But I'm not going to get rid of any more. Am I? Yeah, no, I actually might. I might go all the way up to Cotway's bedroom, remove all of this, and then build a couple more rooms in this room here. Because obviously, I'll build this into like a barracks area. Because obviously we can have guests over. So we can have this into one big sort of area for lots of different beds, like bunk beds, that type of thing. That way we're keeping all this half of the base for research. And this top half, or in fact, we could even go as far to move the... Oh, man, but it's quite far away from the stockpile as well, though. Should we just build it in this room instead? Alright, I know I'm being really indecisive about this, but I want to get it right the first time so we don't have to do anything like this again, because, you know, normally I set up a very temporary pop-up base at the start of Rimworld, and then build a secondary base somewhere a bit more convenient, but I never did it with this series for whatever reason anyway. Let's get rid of this one as well. I'm trying to smooth off the wall so it doesn't look like quite such a massive, like, stone monolith. Anyway, here's the plan. This is going to be the workroom, because it's very convenient, close to the stockpile here, which is this kind of going to be, I don't know, stockpile, long storage, workroom combo. Not really sure what I want to do with this yet. But this is going to be the primary workroom for now. So I've removed a bedroom, first and foremost, and also shrunk down the size of the dining room. It was all empty space anyway, just to make it look nice and symmetrical, because, you know, I'm a stickler for that type of thing. Right, let's also move the infinite chem reactor somewhere, I guess kind of, excuse me. You see that? That disappeared then for a second. Somewhere kind of out the way, but somewhere they can still interact with it. So that works perfectly. Because this is where we're going to put our workbenches now. Speaking of which, oh no, I didn't uninstall them. We just got to reinstall them. Right, so middle of the room. Let's do some measurements. So I'm going to assume that's roughly the middle of the room, right? It's not quite perfect because it is 18 blocks across, but we'll sort of work from there. I don't really want to have people crushed up against these walls either, which is why I'm avoiding that. Let's also get some more... Hey, can we get some more floors down? That'll look pretty nice if you don't mind. Not a big fan of just having these dirt paths right in the middle of the base. There we go. So hold that one open as well. I'll replace it with an auto door eventually, but that's fine. Okay, good. So let's get these reinstalled, and this is still all open roof right now because I'm going to get roof supports in, but I'm going to build a few more sort of guest rooms and a little bit more recreation as well if we can afford it. Right, okay, so sort of centralized then, let's think. So if we put one here, I'm going to sort of lean it slightly more in that direction because obviously we do have a little bit more space for expansion there. And then we'll sort of go for this layout because that's the most compact as we can do. Oh no, you know what? I suppose we could do it the other way around. So sort of long ways instead to sort of match the shape of the room. I think it's actually a much better idea. There we go, and we'll take this one as well. Right, okay, great start. And given the amount of crafters we got, I'm thinking 2 fabrication benches definitely wouldn't go amiss here. So we're going fabrication bench. Not going to be centralized, that's going to be ugly as sin. Alright, good. You know, we'll put one there and one there, so it's kind of mirrored. That way we can also fit another bench alongside here. And we're sort of conserving space a little bit more as well, which is pretty much the main priority. Okay, good. Right, so that's those back down. Now, what workbenches do we still have kicking around here? So we've got the simple prosthetics workbench, so we'll go ahead and reinstall that one there. We've also got a smelter, which we definitely want as well for making the lightsaber crystals, even as just a quick turnaround for money, to be honest with you, because that seems pretty profitable. We could put one there, and that won't cover up the sort of working zone for that one. I'd kind of... Wooden electric tailor workbench. Again, what it's built out of doesn't really matter, but it is kind of annoying it's built out of wood. Advanced fabrication bench. Now, I believe this isn't affected by half of those cabinets, so you might as well put this one as far away as possible, but still be connected to that one workbench, simply because it's not affected by the other ones, because it's added by a separate mod entirely. Right, what else have we got? The drugs lab. That is affected by all of them by the looks of it, so again, we'll do the same thing on the other side there. Same story with the arcade construction table by the looks of it. It's not affected from what I can tell. No, it's clearly not, look. It's only affected by that base game workbench. So we'll sort of put this one somewhere else fairly convenient. I don't want to put it there because I think that'll be affected by all of them. Let's put it right on the very cusp of where it will still be affected. Ugh, just there. But then all the others will affect it as well. So we'll put it, yeah, here. I think it's got to be there for the most sort of maximized workspace. Right, we've also got the electric smithy, good for lightsabers and such things. So we can put that one there. That will work. Man, that's like super compact. I'm a big fan of this layout. And then same thing goes for the tailoring bench. So what else have we actually got to put down? I know there are a lot of other workbenches besides that, but for now, this is a great start. Are there stone cutting benches affected by it? They are. Now, we could stagger that, but that doesn't really leave us with much room. I think they've got to go on the bottom rung this time. Although saying that, we're not actually too close to stone here, are we? What do you want to put those? That might be a bit more convenient. Honestly, we could just put them in here, because stone cutting is already fairly fast. I don't think we need to, you know, it's not like some of these jobs, you know, crafting lightsabers is 2,000 work. Cutting stone is just cutting stone. I mean, base game Rimworld, you can do that, you know, unpowered and unskilled, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm not too concerned about those. Sculptor's table, is that affected by... Oh my god, it is. Oh, weird. Okay, so we could start putting these out like that. We could put that one there. Oh, that's going to get a little bit too cramped, I think. So put it there, that kind of works, and I think that is still affected by that final workbench as well. Let's let them become installed. Let's actually let someone finish it off before we... Why are they not... Oh my god, let's start building them. Oh, you fool. What an idiot. I accidentally built them rather than reinstalling them, because I'm the world's biggest idiot. Right, there we go. Okay, at least I noticed this time. Krup, if you could work on those pretty post-haste, my friend, that would be fantastic. Oh, someone's already been into it. It's these robots. It's the annoying thing. We can't prioritize work if someone else is already trying to do it, and these robots are constantly awake. So the second we put it down, if they've got nothing better to do, they'll be over there immediately. Alright then, so let's get the sculptor's table down now and just see if that works. That should be connected to all of them, because it is, what did I say, it was 7 distance, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that should be affected. It's kind of difficult to tell. Again, there's not really a thing that just says connected to X, Y, and Z. It'd be kind of nice if it was, though. You've got another scientist coming up. That's for the research, though, which is another thing we do need to set up as well in a second. We might just be able to fit it in around here, but I don't want it to be too cramped. Okay, so that's all the workbenches we had besides the Android upgrade station, but that's not affected by anything by the looks of it. Alright then, so let's go to the production tab and see what we need that we haven't got. So we can put down an Android production workbench. Bear in mind we can use a little bit of space here as well if we need to. As much, I would actually like to put shelves there, so I'm trying to avoid it if possible. Right, so we could go sort of here. That should be affected by all of them as well, I think. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7. I think that'll still be affected by it. I'm not entirely confident about that one, though. It doesn't matter too much. How frequently are you going to be, you know, making Android implants realistically? So we'll put that one... I suppose we could also put it there and sort of guarantee it also. It works, but my god, this is becoming a bit of a monolith already. Like, it's becoming quite a labyrinth for them to get to. So we've got everything else, though, right? We've got fuels... yeah, we've got this. We've got drugs lab. We've got... do we have a bionics workbench? You know what? I don't think we do. I think we've got a simple prosthetics workbench, but... Yeah, simple prosthetics. Right, okay. There's something I've missed. And this is fairly essential that we get this one near all 3 of the cabinets. So I'm going to put this one here. I think that's a good place for it. I mean, it'll still be affected. It doesn't really matter, but we'll put it there. There we go. That way we're also not taking up space. Now, for my own benefit, what I'm going to do is next build chairs just to make sure that nothing's blocking anything else. Now, it isn't. I can tell, but again, just for posterity's sake, I'm going to be a little bit more careful about things. Build it out of bamboo. Again, I hate building things out of bamboo in a Star Warsy world, but it does give that beauty bonus. Plus, it's so cheap and easy to build things out of bamboo. It's free, gives so many bonuses. I mean, why would I not? Let's put that one there, that one there. Oh, that's kind of annoying that that's on that corner, stopping people getting past. I might remove that one. Okay, so that one there, that one there. We've got one there. I believe I put the work at the top. Yes, I did. Right, so put that one there. That way it sort of mirrors the other side as well. Okay, that's fine. The only concern I've got is this bloody thing, and it's an arcade constructor, so I'm not too concerned about that one getting a work bonus realistically. So we do that instead. Now that sounds exactly the answer to our Crate Dragon problems that we're having right now. An exotic animals trader. If they're interested in anything, I think a Crate Dragon will be at the top of that list. Nice, they are. Okay, I'm going to sell you preferably all the... Oh my god, they've got... Shit, they can grow to 50. Oh my god, they can grow to 6... Oh, I thought that was a 94-year-old. It's just a thrombo. Can I say some stuff, my dude? We'll sell them whatever's not bonded, I guess. So we've got a male one. Sell it. Not necessary. It's a male. Keep a female. We've got female. We've got a bonded male there. And another... Oh, no, that's not ours. So we're selling one Crate Dragon. That still leaves us with so many, though. I'm going to sell another one as well. What the fuck is a Slurrypede? Although rarely, mechanoids have been known to capture prisoners, and the Slurrypede is their solution to feed them. Oh, God. The Slurrypede is a modified biomechanoid capable of devouring almost anything and process it into a homogeneous organic slurry. It's edible, but completely ingestible for herbivores. Oh. Capable of eating almost anything. So this would convert grass and hay into a food. This would bypass kibble. That sounds incredibly useful. They're also not too expensive. I assume they can't breed because they're biomechanical. So why don't we just buy a handful of these? This will feed our Crate Dragons. This sounds good. I like the sound of these. Okay, that's cool. Right, well, so we're swapping Crate Dragons for Slurrypedes, apparently. Seems like a fair trade. Pray tell where they landed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at those things. Oh, God, they're horrible. Oh, my God. They actually make nutrient paste very, very fast as well. And wait, it makes nutrient paste. Oh, now that I wasn't expecting. I thought it'd be something else. A little bit annoying, but fine nonetheless. Okay, so you are technically herbivores, I guess. Obviously, we don't want them producing food that they then eat themselves. Anyway, we've only got 5 crate dragons to worry about, so that's hopefully going to save a lot on the food. Let's just see how they go. Do they maybe not need to eat anything themselves? Well, you'd assume they would, seeing as... Yeah, no, they do need food. I was going to say, seeing as it said it processes it into food. I guess it's just kind of like another N.Solution Unit, nutrient solution unit. Alright, so builds set back up again. What we'll do is we'll paste them in with the linked build paste button. That's so good. I mean, I really wish I'd have seen that before because that's so useful. There we go. So make 10 components, make advanced components, make 10 components until we've got 30, unpause at 15 advanced components. So I'm doing it in sort of rules of thirds here. That seems pretty useful. Okay, what else do we want then? Honestly, any bionic stuff would be great. I mean, prosthetics is probably next on my list, along with making better armor, better gear, better weaponry, like blaster rifles rather than blaster pistols. Sounds maybe like something we should have done 15 episodes ago. This is a good little workshop, though. I think I've done a pretty decent job with the sort of compactness and the efficiency of it, especially it being so close to the stockpile. Now, to help keep things a little more efficient, let's put one of these there. Let's get rid of this door and replace it with an auto door as well. Completely unnecessary, but we don't want, you know, there to be a chokehold of people going through doors, or a choke point, I should say, people coming through doors. Chokehold going through a door, also not something we're really after. Right, so I want to keep an eye on these things and watch when they produce nutrient paste or whatever it is, because I'm not sure that they do produce nutrient paste. I assume it is. I assume it's not just shorthand they've used here. So we'll see when they've done that, and then we'll keep it stored in this room. Now, if I have to, I'll put another freezer in there, or I'll turn this into a freezer, I should say, so that the nutrient paste doesn't rot, and then in theory, these boys should be able to eat it, and we don't have to worry about making so much goddamn kibble all the time. 347 out of 400 on the core drill, but when we've got one, it's basically going to solve all of our problems, because then with the core drill, we can dig out more plasteel, and then with the plasteel, build a secondary core drill. So that should help streamline the process a little bit. Let's put down a wood floor there, just so we're not traipsing mud everywhere. This has gone really, really well. I think this has been definitely a necessary and very, very useful rebuild. Now, what we can do is reinstall this. I mean, do we really need it outside of the stockpile, realistically? I mean, no, we can build it into the stockpile, so whenever it produces chem fuel, it goes into the stockpile automatically. Then with this area, we can build a little research lab, which is, you know, something we desperately, desperately need right now. Right, okay, robots? Hopper? Oh, you're planting more hay grass. So I've actually expanded the hay grass as well. The low shrubs are working, but obviously it won't be as efficient as just growing straight up, you know, food for them to eat directly from the ground here. Sadini has created a bamboo square dining chair. Masterwork. I'm glad that wasn't an inspiration, otherwise that would have been a massive waste. But you must be 20 construct... Yeah, whoa. Man, that worked out pretty well. So that's gone. Right, now let's start on the lab. So production, we want... does it count as production? I feel like I'm going crazy here. Right, research bench. Can we get room for 2 and the multi-analyzer? So if we put one there... I mean, no. It's a simple answer to that one. What if we go... Hang on, right. I can fit this all in. It's just going to take a little bit more brain power than I have ever had in my whole life. Right, we could put one... We put one here. It's a little bit inconvenient, though, isn't it? We could just put one here. But again, it's blocking that corridor. What if we go there and there? I mean, that could work, assuming we can fit... So that multi-analyzer would definitely service both of those. With that little gap, we can put the filing cabinet in. And then with the... I'm sure there's room for this one, too. Where do they sit? Okay, that's not going to be too helpful, is it? No, that's not going to really work. Because it's going to block too much room, I'd say. Could put it like there. I'm sure that will work, right? That'll affect both of them? I'm almost certain it will. Anyway, we've also got, along those lines, we've got another thing as well. We can build the computing system, which I forgot about. We'll see whether it can reach both of these benches before we actually commit to this, though. It just occurred to me, this is actually kind of perfect. I completely forgot about the scientist cabinet, which we have a spare one of. Is it this one? Yeah, look at that. That fits almost perfectly into there. We are going to have to find room for the filing cabinet, but that's very, very minor. All right, that's worked out so incredibly well. Hey, can someone start working on this shit? Oh, God, we're out of components, really? Why are people not crafting? Oh, because I actually have very few people on crafting. Right, what's your crafting skill? 8, absolutely welcome on board. 7, also pretty good. 7 is fine. Yeah, anybody above 7 crafting is more than welcome to do that for us. Same thing applies to all of these as well. If they want to go for those, I'm more than happy for them to do so. Right, okay. Is that good to go? Yeah, I think it's just because there's so many other jobs. There's so much harvesting to do. There's so much planting to do. Speaking of which, why have we got so many people So, Cotway, you are going to be put back on crafting duty, my friend. Are people actually working on that now? Let's keep a close eye and see what are our crafters doing then, if not crafting? Because that's their top priority, right? We've also got plant cut, but they're also, some of them are builders. Okay, what about you? What are you doing? Harvesting red lentil. Why? Why are you harvesting red lentil when you've clearly got crafting work you can do? Why were you... maybe we're out of resources. Need materials. Ah, that would make sense. Why can't you make regular components then, my dude? Have I ordered up a build that's a little bit too expensive? 120 steel. Maybe we don't have 120 steel. We definitely do. Why can't you do regular component crafting then? Explain that one to me, genius. Where is he? Who was it I was looking at then? I honestly don't remember. It was you. Right. Why can't you make regular components, though? Is someone else already doing it? Maybe that's the case. Hang on, let's keep a close eye on things. Maybe someone else has already beaten it. Were you taking rice? Nope, that's not true at all. Why will he not do that? Okay, someone's going to have to explain this to me in the comments. So, yeah, it's not paused, it's not suspended. Make 10 components requires 120 steel. So we take someone like Krup Voosh, cannot make advanced components need material. Yeah, no, it's going to be a no from me, Chief. Okay, it didn't warn me about that. We don't have the crafting skill for it. It's crafting 14. Okay, fair enough. Kind of my mistake there. In that case, we'll make 5 components at a time. That explains a lot. Okay, right, whatever. Yeah, haha, very funny. Paul's been satisfied. Let's go for 15. Did I say 15? Yeah, 15. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. We'll do 10 instead. Right, drop on floor. Drop on floor? Absolutely not. What's wrong with you? Take the best stockpile, seeing it's not that far away anyway. Okay, let's try this again. Get rid of that one. Move that one to the top, because I think components are more vital than advanced components for, repairs, that type of thing. Right, paste that one in. Boom. Get rid of that one. Okay, round 2. Let's see if that works. Are you guys interested in crafting now? Colway, how about you? Yeah, there we go. Right, okay. Problem solved. This room is tragically devoid of giant, hideous statues of Krup Voosh. So let's get a couple more of those kicking around. We're already making them out of... Oh my god, we can make them out of, like, uranium. We can make them out of silver. That's really, really funny, but I'm not going to do that because it's a massive waste of resources. We've got 9,000 silver, though. Is the quarry... I suppose the quarry would produce silver. It seems to churn out a lot, though, huh? Marble blocks we actually don't have any left. Right. So we need our new stone cutting station as well. I'm going to put these just in here, honestly, because it's, like I explained before, it's stone cutting. You do those unskilled and unpowered in the base game, so we'll just put a couple of those down. Am I going crazy, or haven't we had any incidents this entire... history? Messages. Oh, I use runtime GC, so we haven't actually got any messages anymore. But the point still stands. Let me just check the difficulty? Storyteller settings. No, we are playing on Cassandra Rough. I actually put the difficulty up last episode because I was thinking to myself, we're not really facing much of a challenge right now. Let's move over to Randy. Maybe Cassandra's broken. I mean, I don't know how it would be, but I don't know what else to suggest. I don't know what other reason we could have... Oh, man, those use plastic. Okay, forbid that. Plasteel. Forbid that one, too. I need that for my deep core miner to start off with. Yeah, no, this is odd that we haven't had any instance. I mean, I have been doing a lot of pausing and planning and obviously rebuilding and things, so maybe that's something to do with it. I mean, the episode hasn't really, in terms of the time that's passed in-game, there hasn't really been that much of it. This is cool. I mean, this genuinely looks very, very cool, huh? Right, so you also want a computing system. We can put it up there and it will cover both of those. Fantastic. And I'm going to forbid it because, again, it uses plasteel, and we don't really have enough plasteel to go around right now. If we've got anything we can maybe deconstruct for plasteel, mining goods trader. Speak of the devil, and shall appear. Right, okay. Call him. See what he's got. Plasteel? Plasteel, my boy. 500. Oh, God, that's way too much. Can we just take, like, 200, though, my dude? Right, do you want to sell them anything? Well, we can sell them chem fuel, because we're not using any chem fuel right now. Sell them Paradine, sell them Ambrosia, sell them Go Juice, because we don't really want any of those. That's really it. We could buy an absolute boatload of sandstone or slate or limestone to build Krup Voosh statues out of. Honestly, I think the plasteel's good, my dude. Okay. Cannot work any plasteel. Where is it? Why did they drop it up there? I suppose it's closest to the... it's nearest to the closest beacon to the outside, isn't it? So what we'd have to do if we really wanted to make that a little less inconvenient, take another beacon. Excuse me, I need this beacon. Build a copy and just put it, like, out here. That's probably the most convenient, isn't it? This is so huge. Like, this is so important for the... No. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of enemies. I don't think I'm prepared for this. Oh my god, that's an absurd amount. We've got... How many is that? 5 coming from that direction. Good. 4 coming from that direction. 5 coming from that direction. So that's... what have we got? We got 8 there. We've got 13 enemies. What have they got equipped? Excuse me? Dual-wield heavy blaster rifles. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Oh my god, these seem very, very strong. Randy. A blaster carbine. Nim slug thrower. Gangster Nim and his gang fires dense slugs. Who the hell is Gangster Nim? Wicket. Wicket the Ewok, is that you? As played by Warwick Davis? What have we got over here? Oh my god, look at these people. He's got a knife and a blaster rifle. Okay. Thanks for watching. I think this is probably going to be a game over, isn't it? Are we going to... I'll fight this next. I don't think we've got enough time during this episode to actually deal with all of the crap that this is going to bring with it. Like all of the hospitalization, all of the healing that we're going to have to do. My god. Thank you all for watching. I was right. We are completely out of time here for today. But a good a good cliffhanger, I wasn't wrong, to leave it on. Let's give a shout out to all of the insane top tier level patrons for making the series possible for the amount of time that it's been going up until this point, because it'll definitely end. A big shout out to Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Haydog Sidini, Tim Bragg, Lawrence, Crotus, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Mora, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Pelvis Presley, Asuna Kirito, Conspired T, Jimbo, Orcswolf, Fakuna Vasquez, Tom Terror 18, Average Gamer 419, Escape, Zazie 7011, and Baniel. Thank you all for your support in the Insanity levels on Patreon. It is most appreciated. Thank you for keeping the channel censorship free, monetized under every circumstance, and war crimes for to continue. That didn't make any sense. Speaking of not making any sense, let's give a big shout as well to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Euphrates, I See the Great, Jack Allen, Wolfie, James Barnes, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, The Sage, You're Under Breeze, Haji Dumar, Alpha Scup, Duncan 217, Zach McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Sedeth, Asro, Nick, Will Wade, Hancock, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, John Holiday, Zico, Jay Lara, and Adam Wilson.